13 weeks, 3 modules, and just 2 attempts to get everything right is what commandos must complete to become a Royal Marine Scout sniper. After perfecting long-range precision on the L115 A3 sniper rifle in the marksmanship module, it's on to the next one run by Commando Training Centre Royal Marines, and Module 2 is skills. It's made up of 4 parts: a mobile observation, a static observation, a map stance and stalking. They do all of these every day over 7 days and need a 70% pass rate across the week on each of them to accomplish the skills phase. The accuracy needed by a sniper doesn't just mean when taking a good shot. It's accuracy knowing your surroundings, exactly where you are, knowing your enemy's position, their pattern of life, what weapons they might have, which is what this skills phase develops. Because as a Royal Marine sniper, you may have to act quickly and carefully, firing from a helicopter as a maritime sniper, or you could be deployed deep into enemy territory, relatively isolated from friendly troops. Here the Royal Marines are practicing mobile observation. It starts with a sketch of the horizon. Getting paper and pens out may seem quite low-tech in the modern world, but snipers may be in a situation where they can't use a device that has any signal the enemy might detect or intercept. Sketching what you can see can focus the mind, meaning you pay attention to the minutiae, which is key for this task.
So I wouldn't usually be wearing this type of attire on Would Be Common, but I'm going to be part of the mobile observation test. So me and a few others will be in a scenario, and the snipers have to write down and log exactly what we're wearing, what we look like, and what we're doing.
From about 250 metres, they use binoculars and a Leopold spotting scope to absorb and identify as much information as possible, as everything could be vital to understand whether the target is the correct one, and if and when the snipers could be needed. Intelligence gathering and retention is a crucial part of the role, and they're always on limited time.
You have 30 minutes to do your trace and your log. 30 minutes starts now.
They're logging everything they can remember and tracing movements of everything and everyone they could see, and they will get marked on how much they get right.
Question 1. Once UKM1 had stopped, what did he use his phone for?
On a mission in a hostile situation, they might be looking at the enemy's daily regimes and habits, so they know the exact time and place to strike. Snipers need to be able to rely on their own ability to recall all the small details, and it's not just when it comes to observing people and movement out in the open. Locating and identifying concealed weapons is paramount, as if you're a sniper trying to spot adversaries, you must assume someone is trying to spot you. Here, different firearms and military kit are being hidden. Even from close up, I can't tell what they are. What's that?
A speed loader.
But it's from over 200 metres away the Royal Marines must detect them. After sketching a panoramic of the large search area, they're looking for colour changes in the undergrowth and foliage, or perhaps a reflection from an unnatural object, and they must be meticulous.
Break the arcs down, create boxes, draw them on your panoramics, okay, and then use that when you scan and search. Again, try and scan and search right to left. If you've been on Leopold for, I'd say, max a minute and you're still debating whether it's an item or not, then it's probably not an item.
The Leopold scopes have times 12 to 40 magnification, and the binoculars have times 8 magnification. It's one job finding the 5 items and 5 weapons that are hidden, but more is required.
Just under sort of half a grat right, around about waist height. Hey, what can we see?
The commandos have to know the type, calibre and country of origin for each.
You see like 3 evenly spaced out, like grooves almost. Sort of cuts it down to 2 items straight away when you look at that. The AR-15 and the AR-180. These ones are like evenly spaced, whereas the AR-180 is like a T-shape.
T-shape, everyone happy with that?
AR-15, .223 rem, USA.
Overall, snipers need to commit to memory around 150 pieces of military equipment and armaments, so whatever battle space they're in, they know what they're up against. And when it comes to the battle space and exactly where you are is another requirement of the course. In the map stance, the Royal Marines must pinpoint their precise location with grid bearings. As you would imagine, they are tested to be incredibly accurate when it comes to detailed map reading and navigation, far beyond that expected from other Marines. Snipers might have to use the information to call in drones or rockets to try and defeat the enemy. They use the ground around them and features they can see to work out where they are, as photos and aerials they could be working from may be out of date and incorrect.
Question 5. What I require from you is an indication on the Leopold, a magnetic bearing, a distance in meters and a plot on vertical 36. You have 10 minutes and your time starts now.
Snipers must be prepared for any eventuality and understand their surroundings, not just so they can know their specific position, but also so they can move across the terrain undetected if they need to. Last but not least on the skills phase is stalking. Here they're putting on camouflage face paint and covering their ghillie suits with foliage. These are garments that can be made from several fabrics. A variety of twigs, leaves and plants can be attached so they blend into the landscape, making snipers harder to spot. In this part of the test and scenario, the Royal Marines have a set amount of time to move near an enemy area and take an accurate shot on target. The adversaries, in this case the course instructors, are in a zone the size of 2 football fields. In a fixed position using scopes and binoculars, they will be scouring the landscape looking for the snipers. And the snipers begin their stalk from around 1.5 kilometers away. First, they must detect the target, then pinpoint a position they can shoot from and advance towards that location. There will be certain areas where they can't be seen by the enemy and can take more risks. But as they draw closer, it's slow, low and methodical movements. Otherwise, they'll be spotted.
Freeze!
The enemy relay to the other instructors where they think they can see someone. Some are hunted down and given feedback.
Understand your distance, and then that will tell you how careful you need to be. If you're at 400 or 500 metres, you can take more risks. But walking at the pace you were, and as soon as you came up too high, that was you. That's you pinged, okay? So just slow things down, get your map out, understand your distance from them, and then give yourself range.
And others make it to a final firing position, or FFP as it's known, without being detected, and take the shot.
Odds going up, 2, 3, down.
And to make sure the shot would be on target, the instructors hold up different symbols to make sure the sniper can see them and that their scope is set correctly.
White equals sign.
He calls white equals sign.
She is correct.
The art of concealment, uncomfortable terrain and staying calm under pressure to be as precise as you can. These individual skills are rehearsed, honed and assessed. And then it's turned up a notch. It's dusk, the light is fading, and behind me they're gearing up for a nighttime stalk. They'll be doing this in pairs, so a shooter and a spotter. Now, it may seem that under the cover of darkness that their task will be easier, but actually it brings up its own challenges. At night time, reference points are going to be harder to find. The objective is going to be trickier to pin down. And their peripheral vision is lost because they'll be using night vision monocles. And you have to remember that the people that are looking for them are also going to be using thermal imaging and other night vision optics to try and find them. On a deployment, they would usually be in pairs, so this gives them the opportunity to work as a team. They have the same task as the daytime stalk, and once again, some are identified early.
I know judging distance naked eyes.
And others make it to the end. Working at night will push them and must be second nature to Royal Marine Scout snipers. Overall, the skills module is a steep learning curve and encompasses more than just being a good shot with the sniper rifle. But of course, all the modules are inextricably linked, which is why commandos must pass them all, including the final one, the tactical module. Bryony Williams, Forces News, Woodbury Common, Devon. Thanks for watching. For more from Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.